It's not a rosemary. I'm gonna show you exactly what it is, and I'm just being honest with y'all. If you want to, use the stickers. But the basil looks really good. They might just be my favorite pet. He has such a personality, y'all. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia, and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. But today we are going to look at what's going on inside. I am growing hydroponically, and I also have rabbits. I got rabbits probably 3 weeks ago. Wanted them for the manure. I am absolutely loving them. I should have gotten them a long time ago, y'all. They might just be my favorite pet. And I said I was not gonna post a lot about rabbits. For one, because I've done my research, but I'm not saying that I know everything. I think people hear me say I have rabbits, not sure if I did my research at all, and I'm just getting like bombarded with, you need to do this, you need to do that. I've done my research, absolutely love Sage and Stone. She's one of the people that I watch, and she has rabbits, and I love watching her. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Homestead. So I've done my research, and I don't want to be bombarded with do this, do that, do this, do that. But I decided that I am still going to share them just because I'm really enjoying and I'm really loving them. And I have realized that it probably is actually viable for me to do meat rabbits, even with the rabbits being in my house. Of course, I have not done it yet. It's something that if I wanted to, I would give it a try because I have separated them. That was something that people just wanted me to know. You have to separate them. I knew that there was a chance that they would need to be separated. I wanted them to bond, so I had them in the same cage. Anyway, they are separated, and I have separated them. Oreo is very loving. Luna very much was over him being so loving. And so she started making this noise, and she was making aggressive movements to get away from him. And so that's when I knew, okay, even if they haven't bonded, they got to be separated because I don't want her to hurt them. I have always said that I wanted at least 1 or 2 litters of babies, and everybody just kept saying, you're gonna have babies. I want babies, y'all. I guess maybe I didn't say exactly why I was getting rabbits. So that's why, honestly, and I'm just being honest with y'all, why I said I'm not gonna share a lot, but I am gonna share because maybe there is someone here that wants to try to do this. So I'm gonna share, and I am doing it the way that it works for me and my homestead, as I always say. Anyway, let's start with the hydroponics. They're doing pretty good. The one with the 1 pepper, like we still have that issue, but we have new peppers that have germinated, so I'm excited about that. The Grow Near, which is the one that looks like a table, is doing really well. By the way, the plant that I kept saying should have been a rosemary, but it didn't look like a rosemary, it's not a rosemary. I'm gonna show you exactly what it is because I was like, this just doesn't look like rosemary. It is not. When it started growing, I was like, that makes sense too. And then the other one, it's looking kind of bare. However, I've been feeding the lettuce to the rabbits. So this worked out really well. It's right beside them, and I've been giving them a leaf or 2, and they really do enjoy it. Let's do basically a living room tour of the things that's growing inside, and then maybe Friday we'll go downstairs, we'll look at the ceilings. Hopefully Friday is nice and we can maybe look at the ceilings down in the homestead room and go outside and look in the greenhouse. And not that we couldn't go in the greenhouse even if it wasn't nice, but I just don't want to be cold, period, point blank. All right, let's get on to this tour, y'all. Okay, so this is a let pot. We have 1 pepper plant looking really good up here. We will have peppers coming in eventually. You can see where they're about to start flowering. I hope y'all can see that. So this was the 1 pepper plant from the first planting that came up. Now we have more that are starting to pop up and starting to germinate. Now I'm pretty sure these are Jimmy Nardellos because I really like Jimmy Nardellos, but I don't want to put them in a lot of spaces outside in the garden. I felt like they just don't produce a lot, and I could get more green peppers that will turn to, you know, orange or yellow or whatever color, and I can grow my Jimmy Nardellos in here. I do have some that are going outside, but I decided like this maybe will stay up all season. I don't know. We shall see. Another thing that I'm probably gonna do is once this light is all the way up and the plants have reached it, I'm probably gonna snip the top, and then hopefully it'll grow branches out of the side, and that's where we'll start to get our production. I've never tried that before, but that is what I'm going to try this year in this pepper one because I really would like some Jimmy Nardellos, and if I can get them from inside, that's fine. They don't have to come from outside. But that's how this one is looking. And someone did tell me to put the stickers on them. I didn't. I don't know that I'm going to. Eventually, these plants are gonna get big enough that it's gonna shade any of the pockets that's not being used. I've never used the stickers, honestly, but apparently the stickers will help. So if you want to, use the stickers. Next is the Grow Near, and this is the one that I told you is like a table and it sits on the ground. I do really like this one, but I would not try to grow peppers or tomatoes in it. It would mostly be herbs or lettuce, something that's bushy, because you can't move these up and down. And I did do peppers in here last year. They grew nicely. I didn't get any peppers because I eventually pulled them because it was just a mess. Anyway, the basil, which I should come in here and do a harvest, because once you harvest basil, like if I pull this out, these two will grow and then it'll continue to grow the basil. Nothing appears to be flowering yet, but the basil looks really good. And we still only have 2 cilantro. Well, we got 3, but anyway, I might be over fertilizing too. I don't know if y'all can see that, because that looks burnt. And I am not using the fertilizer that originally came with this because I think I've had this a year or 2. So I'm using some fertilizer that I got off of Amazon. It's still the A and the B. However, the way that they tell you to fertilize is not like the regular bottle. So I am playing around with that and we shall see how it goes. I might be over fertilizing that one right there. And I will put a link to that. Someone did ask me, how was the Fox Farm going? Y'all, I forgot I was even supposed to be trying that. I haven't even tried the Fox Farm. I'm just gonna stick with the A and the B because I completely forgot at this point. Sorry, I did say I was gonna do that. I completely forgot I said that though, yeah. So that's the basil and the cilantro looking really, really good aside from what's burning. So down here, y'all remember I kept saying, this is supposed to be rosemary, but it doesn't look like it. That's because it's sage. Pretty sure this is rosemary though. We are hopefully going to be able to use this stuff out in the garden in the green stalks, because if you remember, I have 2 green stalks that I want to make into herb green stalks. I think this is parsley right here. I don't know why I would plant any more parsley because I got a lot of parsley outside, but we'll see. And then I think that the sage was taking a while and I dropped more seeds. Y'all, it's seeds all mixed in, different plants. But we have thyme coming up over here, so that looks good. I'm hopeful, like I said, to pull these out and be able to use them in the green stalk. We also have oregano coming up over here, so I'm happy about that. If you remember, I had some really nice oregano bushes in the orchard area. We had a whole bunch of weeds, so I really don't have a nice patch of oregano. I really don't have a nice patch of oregano in a green stalk right now either. So I'm hoping to get them to just kind of start growing, and then I can separate them and then also plant them outside. I watched The Everyday Life of an OCD-ish chick. I told y'all that when I set these up. She starts some of her seedlings in her hydroponics and she moves them outside. That is what I'm planning for these herbs. Not the basil and not the cilantro, but the sage, the rosemary, the parsley, the thyme, and the oregano. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's what we're doing with these. I'm watching them. Like I said, I am having to figure out the whole fertilizing thing because on the bottle that comes with it, it tells you this many gallons, this is what you should put in. This tells me like if it's in the seedling stage or if it's in the vegetative stage or in the flowering stage. Either way, we're gonna figure it out. Like some of them are a little yellow. I'm sure you can see that. So I'm thinking it's something to do with my fertilizing, but we're gonna figure it out. I'm very much enjoying having these. I also like the way I have it set up. I know somebody probably gonna be like, girl, you just put some chairs in here, put some hydroponics in it. I did, and I think it looks really nice. And so here's the other one. This is also a let pot. This is like, I guess the first one they ever sent me. These were gifted to me. Like all of these were gifted to me, just so you all know. But I still do like them and I have been using them ever since they gifted them to me. This tomato, I cannot remember which one it is. I want to say it's the yellow patio one. So it shouldn't get too much bigger because that light is pretty far up right now. But the lettuce grew really well and I've been giving it to the rabbits, like I said. And there's another tomato back here growing slower than this one, but if you see, we probably gonna have some flowers here soon too. This one is looking good. The hydroponics in general They're looking pretty good. Herbs grow slower anyway, so I expected that. And then these peppers, well, this whole system just had a hard time getting started. I do not know why, but look. We got 2 in there, and so if I have a spot where I wanted one to come up and it didn't, I'll move it. I think we also have 2 in here as well. So they're looking good, y'all. So tell me, do you grow hydroponically? If you do you move your seedlings or your plants outside when it's warm enough? I'm very interested in that. Give me 1 second. I gotta go and let my dog in. Watch out the way, girl. All right, she's in and I am back. So yeah, let me know if you do that. And like if you grow in hydroponics, or is that like the only thing you grow in? Or like also the taller, bigger ones. What do y'all feel about those? I kind of want one. I don't know where I would put it. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think about the taller tower ones. But let's talk about my little friends over here. Y'all, I spend my whole morning like with these rabbits. Like I come in here, I clean them up, and oh my goodness. I know I said that they didn't care nothing about those litter boxes. So listen, it just took some time. They are doing so much better with the litter boxes. They are not urinating anywhere but the litter boxes. But they will go number 2 other places, which is not a big deal to me because number 2 I could just pick up very easily and put it into the bucket where I'm keeping their manure. But they're not urinating everywhere. So my plan was we would do a 1 week deep clean over here. And so now that's all I have to do because they're urinating in their box. Now I clean their litter box every morning, but like literally pulling everything out, washing everything and all of that. I'm doing that once a week. And when I say my daughter is also helping. She is still helping, thankfully. She's also helping with the chickens. We had a situation with the chickens. I will talk to y'all about that. I don't want to talk about it right now, but we did have a situation with the chickens. Yeah, so we will talk about it. Not right now, though. All right, so there's our buddy Oreo. I posted a reel the other day, and somebody said, I thought you had 2 rabbits. I do. They're just separated. He has such a personality, y'all. If you saw the reel, he plays with Puppy. He is the sweetest little thing, y'all. I mean, he's so sweet. And y'all can see right over here, their litter box. The water is in the litter box now. I think that helped a lot. And I saw that you should have everything in the litter box, but originally I didn't think the litter box was big enough, but it was. And so that's where their water is now. All of their hay is up there. Look at him just lay out, y'all. He is so sweet. And then over here, oh, he's up. You want to say hi? No? Where your ball at? Oh, by the way, he love his little blanket. He go up under the blanket. He's so cute. And that's a ball with his pellets in it. And so they move it around and push it around and the pellets fall out. And then some sticks for them to chew on. A little hay blanket type thing. Hay rug that they can chew on too. They really like to chew. And then those cups, they pull those apart and throw them, and then we put them back together. But they are so cute, y'all. That's his setup. He has his own setup, and so does Luna. Now, Luna is not Miss Personality, y'all. And Luna do not care to use the litter box most of the time for number 2. She does do number 1 in there. But when it's time to clean up, she's gonna have poop everywhere. See, like right there, you can see it. She has been going into the nesting box. She has been pulling fur, but I'm not sure if she is pregnant or not. And someone said that sometimes they will just do that and not be pregnant. See, she's chewing on the stick. She really loves her cups. Like, she always pulls her cups apart. But baby, she is not here to entertain you. But see, he loves to entertain. Hey, he loves to entertain and he loves to have company. So like Luna, if I go in here, cause I sit in there to clean out their area, but sometimes she wants to nibble me, and they have really long teeth as I understand it. Sometimes it's not a big deal and she's just like kind of nibbling my shirt or my sweater that I have on, hoodie. But then sometimes she get through and she can nibble my skin. And that's when I leave, cause we not nibbling my skin. Now what I will tell you is I do try to redirect them, because it was really interesting to me that they could be litter box trained. I said, if they could be litter box trained, they're probably pretty smart. So I redirect her sometimes, and sometimes she will go on about her business. But if she doesn't, then I just leave her space, because I don't want to be nibbled on. They are Flemish Giant mixes. So Flemish Giant rabbits get really big. They are about 3 months. They're probably closer to 4 months now since we've had them. So Flemish Giants get big. However, they are mixed with a much smaller smaller breed. So what we were told is they should not get very big. Those are the kind of rabbits they are. Hello, my sweet girl. She was standing up. You say hey? Hey. Aw. We love you. Puppy said, what is going on in here? I have to tell y'all, I think the rabbits are my favorite. Still love Puppy though. We took her shirt off of her because the first week they were here, they made a lot of noise, and she is like an anxious little dog, and so we wanted to just kind of let her be able to breathe and move easily. So we took her shirt off her. At this point, she's used to him. Look at him. He loves his blanket, y'all. So if I were to do meat rabbits, neither of these rabbits would be meat. They would actually just stay here. I would continue to breed them, and that is how I would get my meat rabbits. These two, Oreo and Luna, will be my rabbits. I love them, y'all. So anyway, that's the update on the rabbits. That's the update on the hydroponics, what's going on in the living room. But anyway, y'all, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, and height, I'm gonna have to find a way to slide that in there. And don't forget to visit me over on Instagram, where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.